people? We are back. A2TP podcast, episode 237, and we are back for another episode of Us. It is your boy, International Walk, and I am with the beautiful...
It's your girl Tosh, the co-hostess with the mostest.
And we are back for another episode of Us. We hope you guys enjoyed the last episode, which is why we're here bringing you another episode. Shout out to the 10 million listeners. We appreciate y'all. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting. We run it up. We love it. 10 million and counting.
Said like power to the listener.
Power to the people.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all doing today? We doing good.
How are you? Let's start with you. How are you today?
I'm good. That was kind of off. I usually like to think a little bit.
Well, but, see, me too.
Mentally, I am. I would say 9. I'm a good 9. I'm a good nueve. Head right, feeling good. Looking forward to some time off.
Mm-hmm.
Finances is an 8. Always a gap to let God pour in so I can pour out. Work is a 9. Work is good. You know, not too much going on. Work's a 9. Fun there. Got some downtime. Take it while I can. Physically, I feel like a 10. I feel great. I had 3 hard workouts this week, and body feel good. I'm healed up because I pulled my groin last week, but that's all good. Had like 3 days of rest and healed right up. Not doing that exercise no more till I'm completely healed up, but I feel good. How about you?
I am good. Mentally, I would say I'm probably a 9 too. Got a lot of things moving and shaking, personally, professionally. So, not that I'm worried about anything, just sorting things out.
What's moving and shaking?
Like with work, I got a lot of stuff going on, and then with us, I mean, not really us per se. I mean, like you said, we got some time coming up, to be away, to relax. To
something I don't know.
No, nothing negative at all. Just handling life business. Yeah. Finances. No. Finances, like you said, always innate. Thank God for His blessings. Work is a 9. Again, all good, but a lot going on. Extremely busy. I felt like I earned every single coin that I am paid today, and I had so much work to do, and I did a lot of it. I didn't do all of it because tomorrow's another day, God willing. But yeah, work is good, but very busy. And then physically I feel good. Probably a 9. Been having some headaches, but I kind of know where it's from, but then I don't know. I think I know what. I think it's just like hormonal leading up to that time. It's always like unpredictable because sometimes it's like one day, sometimes it's several days, sometimes it don't happen at all. It's just not a good feeling. I'm not a big medicine taker, so I don't want to just be popping Motrin, which I haven't. I've just been going to sleep. Then the day, been having some issues with my car, so I had my window rolled down, and I felt I was like, I'd rather just be hot because I had like felt like a pulsating feeling in my ear, and it started to hurt, so that was like bothering me a little bit. So overall, I'm a 9.
Which is all jacked up. Huh?
Just all. I'm not jacked up though. I do not receive that. Because I am healthy, I am well, I am grateful. Things could be worse. So I ain't complaining. I'm just advising.
It's good to clean that up. Because it could have came off like complaining.
Yeah. I'm not complaining. I'm just, I'm just giving y'all the spiel. What's going on? Your wows and woes?
My wow this week. What happened this week? I made some plans to go. to go away, yeah. So that's a while. Made some plans to go away. I kind of always am away on my birthday. That's kind of been a tradition of ours, which I'm grateful for. So yeah, just made some plans to go away and are looking forward to that. Spending some time with my wife in a beautiful place. Yeah, just hanging out with her and chilling and relaxing and not thinking about work. Nice amount of time just to unwind, chill, catch up, talk, make love, fuck, eat, smoke,
tan,
stay up or not, sleep in.
You know,
all the things you do on vacation.
That's good. Any woes?
Woes, what's my woe this week? What happened? I don't have no woes. Nothing bad happened. I ain't looking for nothing bad to happen. I ain't gonna conjure up nothing. So no woes. Sorry, my GERD. What about you?
Since when you got GERD?
What about you?
I will piggyback off of both your wow and your woe. I'll start by saying I don't have a woe. Thank God for another week. Everybody in our family that we love, our friends and family, we ain't get no bad reports, so that's always good news. So no woes there. And then wow, it's just, God allowing us the means to be able to do what we like to do, which is travel, and I'm looking forward to it. It's funny you mentioned, like, I saw this, somebody had posted in their story, like, people not that they wouldn't travel with, and it had like a list of things. Some of them I agree with, like, it was like people, we never really travel with people like that anyway, other than our siblings, like your brother and his wife, and then our sisters on my side. But it was like people with no money, which is of course. But then again, it's like, all right, if you don't want to do some excursions and we do, like, that don't really have nothing to do with me. Like, we don't have to do everything together.
One of the people that just like all inclusives and don't like to bring money. Is that what we're talking about?
I guess
you gotta have some money to go on the trip, but you mean when you get there, you're not buying shit,
right?
And
but
you like the all inclusive because everything's free.
Yeah, but I'm like, that don't have nothing to do with me. If we say, we going to do this, so if
we ain't fucking with that restaurant, we gonna go pay to eat over here.
Yeah, and if y'all not, that's fine. But yeah, and then it said like people who like to sleep in. I was like, count us out, because we will sleep in on a vacation. Mm-hmm. I don't care that people say you can sleep when you get home. Nope. Some days we will go on vacation and we will cuddle up in the bed all day. What is the show? Criminal Minds. Mm-hmm. And this was years ago. We watched 7 seasons. When you talk about a binge, and this was 10 years ago maybe. We watched 7. We had never seen it before.
Probably watched 50 episodes.
I think maybe somebody mentioned, or maybe we just caught wind of it and decided to like partake. We watched 7 seasons of Criminal Minds on vacation. When we went to Mexico, we realized when we got there, our stupid casita had no televisión. So we would cuddle up in bed. We made a little fake like tripod for the phone. We was like watching Netflix or something. We will make a way. Not saying every day, but it's different when. And I know we're not crazy, because I've been seeing these advertisements on social media about couple staycation or couple daycations where you get a hotel room and get a suite and you just cuddle up. You might go to the pool. So I know we ain't the only ones, but when I seen it, I was like, nah, we will definitely. I don't want an itinerary. I don't even want to see you every day just because we on a trip together. Like, yeah. So I'm definitely.
The itinerary is just the people who go places and have something to do for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything in between. You can fuck off. Like, yeah. I ain't with that shit. Like, you go over there. You go. My thing is, if you go away with people, at say 4 or 5 days a week, you want to have one good breakfast, one good lunch, and one good dinner.
Probably and like one activity
probably
together.
On the day that you leave. Like, everybody eat dinner together.
The night before.
The night before or something like that. And an activity or something. But every day we eating breakfast together. Every day we eating lunch together. This person don't want to eat that. This person don't want to walk over here. It's too hot. Like, fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Yeah. Funny story. Our nephew is going on a trip. It was his 21st birthday gift from his dad and his grandmama and so forth, and they going on a cruise. Now, I expect this from an older person, though. His grandma gave him a whole, not necessarily itinerary, but like dress itinerary. She got a red day plan where like everybody in the family got to wear red. You remember he was a animal print day plan.
That's some bullshit.
A white night, something white for dinner. It was like 4 different outfits.
Pictures when it's 13 motherfuckers and they were all with animal print or all with white.
No,
we saw that on the beach.
Yeah, the
those
family.
People like that shit don't look good.
I'm not against the family pictures. I think it's cool. I think it's cute. I love the couples pictures.
I think doing it looks good on the beach, the sun behind you, the water. But when you see the pictures, it's like, man, this looks so cheesy. Like they got us posed up. They're like move up, arm down. You're like sitting there with this like rigid, stiff pose, and it's like, all right, now it don't look so natural against the backdrop.
I guess it depends on how it's done. I love a theme. And my friends know when I have events, sometimes they'll ask me like, "Oh, what's the theme?" And some very occasionally I may not, but I love a theme. Picture? What?
The last picture always. Everybody jump.
Oh yeah. But I love a theme. But having like 3-4 theme nights on a vacation, I would have to say, Grandma, that's enough. Yeah, that is enough. But
give Grandma a lot to drink and let her ass go to sleep.
And let her forget. Yeah.
Sit
but
down
I get it too.
Out.
You know, you for the older generation. To them, they and this is a difference between the older generation too. Like it's been a lot of that conversation about Carnival and some of the restrictions they've been implementing because cruises have become a little, hood
ghetto,
and they've become like party boats, and it's a difference between like we see the party boats in Jamaica. It's a difference between a party boat and they have party cruises, but the older generation is used to cruises being more elegant. Like when it was time to go to dinner, people dressed up because like the from what I hear, I ain't never been on a cruise.
You're not sitting across from somebody in a bikini eating dinner.
Right. The dining rooms used to be like ballrooms on a cruise ship. So it was like you were getting dressed up to go on cruises. When I was younger, my grandparents, my dad's parents, they used to go on cruises regularly. And I do remember like their pictures, being more vacation leisurely, but like not in a formal way, but they would look nice. They didn't have on like, I don't know, they would just look nice. So I expect that from somebody's grandmom. I thought it was funny.
Italian comedian I listened to took it just kind of like us, takes his wife to the same place for vacation a lot, and he's like, we go to Italy, we've been there 16 times, I don't give a shit, I'm Italian, it's beautiful. So he's like, when we're there, this is hotel that we stay in, and in this hotel, like they kind of command or want everybody to be high level elegant. Mm-hmm. So he was like, they have a code of conduct in each room where you can't come to the dining room in open toe shoes. I would love that. Mm-hmm. Can't walk around the hallways in your robe. Can't run down the hallways, can't leave unattended children. Like all these things that we say, that we say in the hotel would be like, this is awesome, but you wouldn't think like, I guess you don't stay at a 7-star hotel, it's going to say shit like that. Like it's like that here, and no bullshit will ask you to leave.
Yeah, I love it, and I it's something that as we travel more, it's certain things that I think like, I would enjoy it. Like we've gone on vacations to resorts where children were allowed, and I can admit,
no food outside no putting your tray outside in the hallways, which I can't fucking stand.
Well, I can admit, being on vacations where children were allowed, we've never had any incidents where like we were bothered by children. But I think it's a different climate if like no kids are allowed. Like I can't recall any issues.
No, I was thinking back to like Topsail and Savannah and all that, like those vacations. Not to no islands we had problems with kids.
No, I mean in those places, those were like vacation towns, so it's kind of hard to say no kids. But when we're going to a resort, then I like an adults only resort, but like the resort that we like to stay at, it's 10 and up. I just recently read, and then I think it says something about if you were interested in bringing children, younger children during the summer months, like you had to call, I guess, to get permission or something like that. So it's not. I guess the good thing is no babies are allowed.
Right.
So you won't hear no crying in the middle of the night.
But the place we stay at is great because I like the late night concerts and the live music, and I'm sure the way it's set up, and we've been there, like that would be loud for kids. Even if you were 4 and 5 years old, somebody would complain, hey, my kid trying to go to bed or whatever.
Well, hell, the adults complain about that too. Yeah. So, I mean, and definitely a baby. So, I mean, I feel like find a resort that's suitable for kids and,
I wouldn't. What resort would be suitable for a baby? The fuck you doing with a baby on vacation?
People,
I know people do, but I'm just saying, what resort is set up for a baby?
I mean, if it's your baby, like you got Nickelodeon resorts, you got, you know.
If you went somewhere like that.
Yeah, I mean, or the resort that we went to when we first went to Jamaica, we stayed on the adults only side, and they had a family side. So if you're a family and you got a baby, but you got other, or if you just have a baby, who's to say that you and your spouse can't go on vacation just because you got a baby? So I'm not opposed to that. I just am happy that we don't have to be subject to it. I wish that babies,
you know,
yeah. Well, not that they couldn't. I wish they had adult only flights or family friendly flights like that. That, you know, if you have a family friendly flight and you book that,
I'm gonna put my foot down and do an unpopular opinion. Babies shouldn't fly until they're a certain age.
I don't agree because if we had a kid, you can't tell me.
It fucks with their ears and the pressure. They can't swallow when that shit starts to fuck with them. They just got to go through it, and who knows what it does. Let's say if we sat there with our ears clogged and we just sat there the whole trip, it would fuck with us, and it fucks with them. So I'm just saying, until they can swallow or chew gum, babies shouldn't fly. Kids shouldn't fly.
What if you have like an emergency situation, like?
What's an emergency?
Your husband's on a work trip in Texas and you live in Maine, and he had an accident and you need to get to Texas to the hospital, and you got a new baby. Like, you ain't gonna leave your new baby with somebody, or you might not even have somebody to leave it with. You got to take that baby. Yeah,
in that situation, but that's not everybody. That's an anomaly.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think there should be adult only flights, family friendly flights. Now, if family friendly flights may be cheaper, if you choose to book that and you know you come over with a crying baby or a stinky baby. I remember one time we were on a flight and he wasn't even that small. He was probably like 2, and he had a dirty diaper and smelled like poop the whole time. I was so incredibly annoyed. But you know what you gonna do?
Nothing.
Yeah,
you can flip the fuck out.
Yeah, you be like, excuse me, can you change his diaper?
Baby. Take him in the bathroom and sitting there. Why do we gotta be subject to smell shit?
I would definitely pay extra for an adult only flight.
Fuck that baby.
I know you would.
Fuck that baby. What's something that if said to you would piss you off immediately? I.e., shut up, bitch, pussy, you stupid.
Somebody telling me to shut up is like a no. Like, in any realm, like, you don't tell me.
What if you're talking too much?
No, it's a way to ask. Yeah. No, it's.
What if you know you're talking too much?
Yeah, it's a way to ask that. I acknowledge there may be times where you want a person to shut up, but you don't say shut up.
Is it shut up out loud or shut up in if you was talking and somebody leaned over, say your girlfriend said, "Taj, you talking too much, shut up." Is that still out of pocket because she didn't say shut up in front of everybody?
No, I mean, if it's my girlfriend and then it's like kind of in a joking way, then I'm not taking, I'm not like, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that, okay, probably need to be quiet. Especially if she's whispering it, that implies it's like in a quiet
You wouldn't
setting.
Feel like you shouldn't say the word shut up. You could have said be quiet.
No, I'm not going to be that anal about it. But if it's like saying shut up in any other situation, like, and again, being serious, because you could be like, girl, shut up. Like, you know, if somebody's telling you something and it's like, you know, now the thing is like, girl, bye. Like, I don't believe
What
that.
if both of y'all are trying to talk at the same time and she just really passionate about what she's saying and she's like, can you shut up for a minute?
I don't think I would like that. But again, I mean, it would depend on the scenario. But just blatantly, I take girlfriends out of it.
Well, if it's blatantly, it's gonna be disrespectful. So that's why I'm trying to not be like.
But I'm saying, like, if it's a situation,
tell you to shut up, you're gonna be like, who the fuck you talking to?
Yeah, but I mean, girlfriends. I mean, I wouldn't even expect any of my unless it's like an argument. So
okay, that's take girlfriends off the table. It's a person you talking to on the phone, or like I said, you could just be having a conversation with somebody. Both of y'all are talking at the same time, and she just says, "Hey, if you shut up for a minute, I can get it out."
Yeah, no, I got a problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a problem with that.
Bitch.
I'm not that. I mean, again, it depends on. I'm not one of them people like, oh my God. I mean, don't call me a name just because. But I'm not like all anal over it like that. You know, the N-word. I wouldn't want a white person or any person not of color.
So if somebody called you a nigga or woman or a white man or a white woman, it's like you ready to fight, or like what's your protocol for that? You're in the store, you're in Forever 21 just looking, or walking through the food court and somebody bumps you and it's like, or you do that walk where nobody moves and somebody says you fucking nigger.
I'll probably say your mother. Like, yeah, I'm not.
Does it matter if it's a female or a male?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna say your mother.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's probably like the first thing that's gonna come out my mouth. And
what if it's
probably
a bigger white dude?
Name. I'm probably still going to say it, and I know you always tell me don't, get into altercations with men because then that brings you in it. But what I'm going to do if you're not there,
it brings me in it. That's two. But number one, there's men out there who hit women, so that's the thing. I wouldn't want you to. It's okay for you to come get me. That's what I'm here for. I wouldn't want you to come get me with your head cracked open or a fucking eye hanging.
Yeah, but coming to get you could be a moot point. If I'm in a mall and that happens, me coming to, like, he could be going 3 hours ago.
Call me and say I'm following him until you get here. Go walk around the mall and keep my distance and follow him.
Okay, what happens when he goes to the parking lot, get in his car?
Then I'll be lost out, but I'm gonna try to get there as fast as can.
Okay.
Bring the shovel.
Yeah, I mean, that situation would bother me, but telling me to shut up immediately is like,
For me, it will be things like bitch, the normal things.
Because you're, as a man,
bitch,
the P
pussy.
word.
I don't like, if somebody was to call me stupid, that would be an idiot, like things like that. Like,
see, that's funny to me.
But in men conversation, if you're talking about sports or just having barbershop talk, those things that's why it's always a low level of violence, because those things can come out like, man, you fucking stupid. That's not, and it's like, oh, how fucking passionate are we? Because I didn't call you stupid or out your name. So that can get a little bit triggering. Anything else, I probably would be like you. I would laugh at or just like say your mother. But bitch, pussy, you stupid idiot, dumb, things like that. I'm gonna check that.
See, and I guess as a man, I understand, like you said, that's the disrespect. I guess for anybody that's disrespect. For me, calling me stupid, idiot, dumb, it to me is like so hilarious.
That's a cliche, though. I knew you was going to say that. No, but that's a cliche because I'm smart. And I know that I'm intelligent, and you calling me dumb is not an insult, and I'm smart.
Yeah, it's like
that's such
people
a cliche.
Have called me dumb on like on social media, like in the comments or something like that. And
they get after me.
And I'll put laughing faces because it's like, I think I would probably feel targeted, like I'm not targeted, I would trigger. I would probably feel triggered if I felt a little bit dumb, but something like that, I don't know, something that either I know isn't true, like somebody calling me fat, okay, next. So something that I absolutely know isn't true, or something I absolutely know is true, I'm not bothered by it.
Whore.
Nah, like maybe you could have said that 25 years ago, you can't say that now, so I'm not bothered by that. And my husband know I'm not, so I'm not bothered.
I was just trying to think of some triggering
things that
might catch you off guard.
That's why
like some things you might breeze past, but what whore? What the fuck are you talking about? Like I might address that, but I didn't address bitch. I didn't address black bitch. I didn't address like any of that, but you're not addressing whore either.
No, like the same man for 24 years.
Dickhead. Like, that's another one.
I probably would say your mother, like, but I don't know, like the name.
Any type of those harsh out the name calling is it for me. Stupid, dumb, bitch, pussy,
asshole triggers you.
Asshole. So that's 6 things right there for me.
Yeah, the name calling thing is so juvenile to me. It's like, really? Like, if we're gonna have an argument, really, like let's really argue, like, or let's not. But the name calling thing doesn't like trigger me in that way. It doesn't trigger me in that way. I think more so accusing me of something would probably trigger me more than like if you tried to accuse me to be a thief or something like that. Like
stealing.
Yeah.
You addressing that?
Yeah. Like you out your mouth or calling me a liar, a bully. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, don't. And I'll tell people in a heartbeat. I might say something.
What if somebody said something that was kind of even tone, like, Tosh, I just wanted to tell you maybe you can work on you're contentious.
I would.
Where nobody's saying you're overly mean, but they're saying something. Like you bring something to situations where it gets a little.
I would probably ask for some examples, and I would take that in, to consider it, and then I would also think about what was the circumstance. Maybe that circumstance required me to. Yeah, maybe I came there like ready to like, what's up? But yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't. I know that. I'm not an aggressive person, but I'm an assertive person. And I also know that sometimes people can project onto you. Do you think I'm contentious because I'm not backing down? Or do you think I'm contentious because I'm speaking up and I'm not just going with the flow?
Or because you wish you could do it.
Yeah. So
that's the projection. You wish that you could project. You wish that you could do what I'm doing.
Yeah,
be
that
confident,
you
have some self-esteem.
and speak out. So and contentious, no. Am I forthright? Am I, gonna speak up? Yeah.
So contentious, that's not a trigger. If somebody said that, you wouldn't drive home thinking, what the fuck was they saying? I'm contentious. What?
Nah, I would probably ask them like, really? And I would, not to say like I'm not open to feedback, but again, it would be based on scenario like, she tripping, she just a punk and mad because she ain't speak up. Like I would probably try to analyze, or if it was somebody else in the situation that I trusted, I probably that I trusted their honest feedback, I probably would ask their opinion. Like, hey, how did you think I came off? Or, do you think I was a little aggressive? So I probably would.
I've definitely been called aggressive numerous times, especially like as far as like my work life. I've definitely been called aggressive.
I can see
and
that.
And again, I just feel passion, in what I'm doing and who I work with. But again, it's almost like the Black woman syndrome where if you speak up for yourself, now you're difficult.
I was going to say, I can understand why, because you, not just in your voice, in your appearance, you give this stature, bigger than,
And my voice elevates. It tends to elevate no matter where I'm at. When I feel a slight of you misunderstand me. Yeah. Then my voice elevates and I'm really trying to be emphatic in what I say.
Now, I know at home you have, and I say this in the most respectful way, softened your approach a whole lot. And I feel like you have at work as well. Is that true?
Yeah.
You used to be much more. I think you were a little aggressive at work because, like you said, the environment you worked in.
You didn't hear me deny it, did you?
Right.
You didn't hear me deny. I just said I was called that. Okay. I never fucking pushed up against it or pushed back.
I've seen it just in your approach and just in, even when you answer phone calls, I hear it in your approach, in how you talk to people. Not that you ever were rude or disrespectful, but you're just not as hard. You're not as cold. You're more like, hey, this is what, how can I help you? Before you would be like, hello, who is this? What's up? What you need? What you want? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to soften a little bit if you're, dealing with more people. And then I had a sense of having a bad rap. It's like one of them things. And I kind of let go of it, too, because I could feel myself changing. I was in a new season. I was a new person, so to speak. So I knew I was softening, I guess because I had some inner happiness. So I could feel myself softening in my work life. At home I had to because, you're my wife and you're soft and pink. But I could feel that happening and I kind of let go of it. But I remember that's like the first time that I felt like I cared what people thought.
Yeah.
And I didn't want people that I work with or interacted with to get a word to get back to my office that I was difficult.
And I think
because I hold such a high position, and it was like, I can't be difficult in this position. I'll get moved out of this real fast. Like if enough people say I can't work with him.
Yeah.
So.
And I think people, if feedback is coming from people that you care about their opinion, that makes a difference too. Have you ever given feedback to somebody and you felt like it wasn't received well?
Oh, yes, and it drives me crazy. I
don't mean just like as far. I mean like on their, not just how somebody's working. Like you drilled the hole in the wrong place. You need to drill it here. But I mean like on their approach, their demeanor. Okay.
Yeah, on how they approach work, on how they approach life, on how advice on anything from A to Z, all of that stuff. I've given some, and not forced advice.
Solicited.
Yeah, a solicited advice. And it's like, you just gonna keep doing the same thing, huh?
See, I've given feedback I tried to give feedback.
And not to cut you off, and it's the worst thing when people say that's just who I am.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to get far fucked away from you as possible because you just told me you're done growing. This is it. You maxed out.
I try to only give feedback when asked. Or what I've learned to do is to say, are you open to feedback? If it's like especially in a work environment. If it's one of my team members, and I'm going to give feedback as needed. But if it's like one of my peers, I will ask if they're open to feedback. But I have given unsolicited feedback if I felt like something that somebody did was or could be detrimental, or something that just didn't sit right with me. Like as an example, one of my colleagues, one time we were in a meeting and they mentioned something that using race identified, I guess, to call somebody is Jewish race, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Using identifiers that I just felt was unnecessary. Like they could have got their same point across without using that identifier. And it was in a meeting with other people, and it rubbed me the wrong way. I was pretty sure that it rubbed other people the wrong way because they kind of looked astonished when it was like yelled out. And I sat with it for a little bit, but then I had to. I was like, just some feedback for you in the future. You should avoid doing this when doing this. And they were just like, thank you. And I don't know how exactly it was taken, but for me it was like I had to. I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me. And it wasn't it wasn't a racial thing in terms of like black or white, but it was just one kind of, it could be taken like a prejudice thing, and I just did not like it. And I felt like I couldn't not say something because it just bothered me. Like, why would you say that? And I just had to.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody says something blatantly racist in front of me, I think I would say something, but I don't ever feel like that. Like I have to say something. Like it's kind of like what I'm feeling in the moment, but I'm not going to let nobody say, hey, if the Mexican guys are working for me and say, yo, where the spics at? Like I'm going to address that immediately because white guys will talk like that. In the construction world, obviously anything black or anything that's related to that, I'm addressing immediately. But if somebody said, "Hey, this guy is Jewish," you didn't have to say that. You could have identified that guy without putting his label on him. But I don't feel like I have to tell you shouldn't do that. Like I see ignorance all day, and I pick and choose when I want to jump in and say, "Hey, you might be ignorant at this. This is how this goes, or this is probably how you should look at this." But I don't ever feel like I can't walk out this room without saying something.
Yeah, I guess for me, I felt like I had to, and not to say that I necessarily nipped it in the bud, because maybe they were still moving that way and just not around me.
Yeah, I was about to say, they just know you don't play that shit.
Yeah, and I just felt like if I don't want it to come to you, it being a black thing, because now I'm internal. I'm taking it personal. Like, so I am, because we're colleagues, we work together. Other people who are external people, it's like, I don't know, like that could be representative of, I don't know. For me, it just bothered me, and I just felt like I needed to say something.
It could be representative of the company. That's what you was about to say. Your company.
It could, and I'm part of the company, which means that it could have a negative reflection on me.
Company fucking girl. White man. Company fucking girl.
No, you gotta think about it. If somebody say, "Oh, that guy from TCI, he has such a bad attitude. I do not want to work with TCI." They're not gonna say Walter has such a bad attitude. I don't want to work with Walter from TCI. When they tell the story, people are gonna be like, "Don't work with TCI. That's a bad company."
Might be a person I don't like and didn't want to work there to begin with. You forget who I told you works there, so they can say that, and I'll be like,
"No, I mean another company could be like they don't want to work with your company."
Yeah, let's say we're working in a building, and the office manager or the building manager, they find out something about an employee who works there, and it's like, I don't want that guy in my building. Or they could say, I don't want TCI in my building.
Yeah.
But that's y'all fault for hiring that fuck.
Yeah.
People told y'all his background. People said what was going on with him.
Yeah.
Y'all still looked past it and hired him. Now you lost work because these people don't want the company. They could have said we don't want him in there, but they said we don't want the company in there, and that's y'all fault. Yeah. So in some instances, it's like, nah, that's you. Y'all hired this motherfucker, not me. Yeah. What's an everyday occurrence do you judge people for? Like be on their ass.
Well, in my mind,
this is just a segment, so let's judge. Like, let's don't couch it and say, well, I don't really like to judge people.
No.
Like,
I
we
do
know
judge.
that already. We said that on enough podcasts that we don't like to judge. But right now, let's judge.
I do judge, but I like you said, be on their ass. It's in my mind. I don't necessarily say something to people, but I judge people, even if I don't know them. When I'm driving by and see people going to McDonald's, I just be like, who are you? Like, why are you going to McDonald's? Like, why is it a long line in the McDonald's drive-thru?
Why do you eat that?
Yeah, like
y'all think that's food?
Yeah. I judge people on social media. Well, two things. When y'all don't wear y'all seatbelt, and I don't hold it a secret. People know I will say people are dummies who don't wear their seatbelt, but especially when y'all be having kids in the car and the kids be moving around with no seatbelt on. I don't never wish. You alright? I got a water here. You want some?
Go ahead.
I don't never wish no harm on no kids, and I don't want you to get into no accident to hurt the kids. But I do want the cops to pull you over and give you a big ticket to learn your lesson. So I definitely judge when I see that. Like, what is wrong with you? Let's see. I judge y'all smoking hookah.
That was one of mine.
Yeah.
I judge smoking hookah. I definitely judge women who wear pajama pants. I judge if y'all wear
out
bonnets.
In public. Yeah.
Well, not in the house if you're going to bed.
Well, I mean.
But if you outside in the supermarket, in the airport,
and that's white and black women.
In the bank.
Slippers.
Bedroom slippers with the fur dragging all on the ground that you won't go in the house and just have on in the house. I judge all that shit. Like you're just scum. I judge it all. I'm like,
jeez,
scum. You're just bad. You're not a good person at all. I judge people who kids have coal in their eye and snot running down their face. Who act out in public. I judge the shit out you. I'm like, you're a bad parent. You can't keep the kids right.
I judge people in restaurants where like the family be sitting there and the kid got a tablet or something now. Like, why do you allow? It's really bad. Like where tablets run children's lives. It's real. I judge even adults when they're on dates and they're out and everybody got their phone out. Like, what are you doing? And I don't mean like out taking pictures. I mean like out scrolling, or like it could be 4 people at a table. It could be 2 people at a table. Y'all on a date and both of y'all got your phones out scrolling on social media. Like, are you serious? Like, do y'all even like each other? Why are y'all here? Why are y'all on a date? I don't know. Like that's our rule, not just on dates, but even in the house. Like if we're eating dinner, like let's eat dinner. We can do the phones later. Like you don't have to have your phone every time. So I definitely judge that, seeing people in restaurants on their phones, like and having the kids on their phones.
I judge men who wear their feet out anywhere except the beach. You can wear your feet out at the beach, but when you go to a steakhouse and your wife is dressed up and you got fucking flops on, you just in there. I don't like that. Like you're in a place of dining. Like we went to a place to eat and it wasn't a fine dining establishment, but it was a nice place. It was like a outdoor place and inside place and all at the same time. And it's music playing. And we walked past this guy who was just digging in his feet at the bar. Like feet crossed across his lap, flip-flops on, and he was digging in his feet at the bar. Yeah. Probably digging in the bar nuts, drinking his drink, his hand on the fucking glass, shaking people's hand, talking. Like it's just, that shit's gotta stop. Like I don't know why people don't think your feet out in a food place is not sanitary.
But women, it could be said the same. A woman could be sitting there doing the same thing.
Then just have it like you can't wear your feet out in a dining place. Like wherever there's food at, your feet shouldn't be at. That's just
so women
period.
shouldn't be able to wear sandals to a restaurant.
No, that's just. Is that too much to ask you? A woman? Let me know.
Yeah, that's
it is.
Yeah, like a sandal is a part of our footwear, especially you talking about the summertime. Like that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, I guess.
I also judge people that go to buffets. Like after COVID, and don't get me wrong, I didn't think as strongly about it until. Like we stopped going to buffets a long time ago. I can clearly remember the time being at Golden Corral with, of course you weren't there. It was like with the family or something years ago. So I'm thinking this was probably like 2018-ish. And in my mind thinking, I don't know why it clicked to me at that time, like all these people touching the same spoon, like you don't know who washed their hands. You don't know, you go to the bathroom, wipe your butt, some dookie get on your hand, you didn't wash your hands. Like, but you don't know who rubbed their nose and they're touching this spoon. And it skeeved me out so bad. And then when COVID came, it definitely was like,
And not the harp on the feet thing, but I judge women who don't take care of their feet and still think that they can wear sandals. I just think that you lack. You're not. I don't want to say this the wrong way. I think you're your feet are a part of your appearance, especially if you wear them out. And if you don't take care of them and then try to wear sandals, it's like everything looks good except that. I also judge men who like young women. Like I just think that's no matter what the situation is, I don't like you. Like you shouldn't be doing that after a certain.
What's considered young?
Like them 15, 20 year age gaps, like that kind of shit. I don't like that at all. Or the men who look for women in their 20s and they 45, they 50, like that kind of shit. It doesn't make me think, I don't automatically think, oh, you just like young girls. I think, why the fuck do you like young girls? Yeah. And that shit makes my stomach hurt.
I also judge men who have nose piercings, a nose ring.
That's a good one.
Now, if you are a part of the LGBTQIA community, it's understandable. If you are not, as a straight woman, I don't want my straight man to have. Sierra said that about, she gonna say what he gonna get his nose pierced next when she was talking about, she was like, you got crazy? The locks and the braces. I said, hell no.
I will fucking call like, are you fucking crazy, girl? Fucking nose piercing?
I said, hell
I ain't
no.
that nigga.
We
ain't in here. I ain't got no incense or no patchouli or whatever the fuck it is. I don't have that at all. That ain't me.
I also don't like when women have like other facial piercings, like a lip pierced or like
an eyebrow.
Definitely not the eyebrow. Just like a random piercing on your cheekbone. Like, why are we doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know why we're doing that.
I was about to say something, but I lost my train of thought. What was we just talking about?
Feet out.
No.
Nose piercing.
We're doing something. Nah, I forgot.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of judgment. I'm sure people judge us on things too.
Yeah, it was a fun segment. I mean, you know, it's not like you go out the door every day just being judgmental, but for this segment, we're judging. I mean, I'm sure y'all judge people in the, you know, in your inner thoughts in the quiet of your mind. So, yeah, fuck it. Let's judge. 3 grams? Mm-hmm. We got 1 gram for 3 grams. And we're just going to talk in depth about the passing of Malcolm Jamal-Warner. That was a big blow. Cosby Show, Theo, grew up on Theo. You wanted to be Rudy's friend.
She was my girlfriend in my head.
I connected with Theo because of age. Yeah, it's certainly a blow to black folks. And just knowing that, initially when the reports came out, we thought that he went swimming alone. And then come to find out he was with his 8-year-old daughter who seen him, you know, them trying to give him CPR for 45 minutes. But
because they had to rescue her too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could have been more tragic than it was if she would. I mean, that could have been like a Kobe situation. But, yeah, just rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal-Warner, Cosby Show, Malcolm and Eddie. He was on one of them ER shows. Like, he's been on a lot of shit since the Cosby Show. Yeah.
And he's written and directed more things than we even know.
The Accused. Remember that show came out? He was on the first episode of that.
He's always been, and I'm happy that it took a while because we didn't see Theo for a while, but he made it was a good transition. Like when we did see him on like Malcolm and Eddie, he was Theo, but he did a good job. Like he will always be known as Theo, but he did a good job in his other roles where it stuck. You know, when I heard about
typecast.
Right. When I heard about it, I immediately thought about Felicia Rashad. I immediately thought about Regina King because they used to date.
Yeah.
And, you know, she lost her son a few years ago. And I'm thinking, damn, even though they may not be together, I'm thinking like the grief that I'm sure she probably feels, you know, because of his loss. I thought about Rudy, Vanessa, and Lisa Bonet. You rarely see or hear from Lisa Bonet at all. But, you know, though they were all TV siblings. I also thought about oh shoot, it just left my mind. It just was really sad. It just was really sad to think about the impact that I'm sure he had on just so many people. So many people came through the Cosby Show. Like if you go back now and watch reruns and you see all of the cameos, like so many people,
the singers that used to be on there, the people.
I remember his girlfriend Maxine, and when she died, that was so like in real life, like that was so sad.
They just showed a picture of them two, like him and then her over her shoulder, and it said "Rest in peace" to both.
Yeah, just.
But that show was such a pivotal show for Black kids. For me, I watched all of them. I thought about Bill Cosby too because I seen something on TikTok that said next to Claire, he had more scenes with Theo than anybody. And I remember when he found a joint in Theo book, like that was a huge episode. I remember the Gordon Gartrell shirt. That was like that thing that sticks in everybody's head. So yeah, there's a lot that went on. I remember when he was getting bullied, when him and Cockroach went to Dancing on Air, and Cockroach got in and he didn't. Like I remember all those episodes that he was in.
When he got his ear pierced.
Yeah, when he was trying to dip around. Yeah, like so all those episodes stick in our head. Like he was a great a person to look up to, I guess, in a sense. And you don't want to idolize these people because you just don't know. But from everything he showed, the 54 years that, you know, we got to see him, he seemed like a stand-up dude. Yeah.
You never heard about anything
scandalous
negative, or, no bad,
people kind of pegged him as like the corny dude, like not knowing like you got dreads one day, you this, that, you do poetry, like all that kind of stuff. But he was a solid dude. Nobody said nothing bad about him.
He was the epitome of a good Black man, appearing to be. Again, we don't know what he was like in relationships or in his home life, but he was the visual appearance of that. And it's sad. I mean, it's sad to think that I'm assuming, you know, he was relatively healthy. And, you know, it's one of them situations where lately we've been hearing of so many of our Black artists that we grew up with, whether actors, rappers, singers, whatever, that have been passing away of like health conditions and stuff like that. So while it wasn't that, it's like, damn, some crazy accident. Like, you know how much we go into you not anymore, you stopped me from going into the ocean, but it's like some crazy
Look at that shit accident that can happen. Like you go in there in the morning when it's calm, but undercurrent pull your ass way out. Like that's some shit you can't see.
Yeah,
like,
supposedly they were on a paddle board. Yeah. And
a wave just took them way out there, or the current just took them way out there. Like, nah, I'm not playing those games. They said
the off-duty lifeguard like ran out there and saved his daughter, and then I guess when they went back and tried to save him, it was too late. But thank God they saved his daughter.
That's crazy. Yeah. What a tragic event. But rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal-Warner, aka Theo. Yeah, that's just a sad thing. And seeing these Black men, 54 years old, like I'll be 48, God willing. Like that shit fucks with me. It really does, because it just makes you think, how much time do you have left? Like 54 years old. Like, you can't even get to 55. Like, there's so many people that didn't reach 55. Like, when you talk about the Clark Kents and the people, like, you know, that we know, the what's the other dude name? The heavyset guy.
Bismarcky?
No, that just passed to be on the radio. Used to do all the hype music.
Oh yeah,
Get dressed
Fat
music.
Man Scoop.
Fat Man Scoop, like, yeah, all like that's it's just like, damn, you get to 50, you lucky. You get to 52, you lucky. But a lot of people don't get to 55, and it's like that sweet spot of 45 to 55, and if you get past that, then you kind of probably can coast to 65 to 70. But the 45 to 55 range for black men is scary as shit. It really is. It's scary as shit. And when I see people die that I grew up on or is close to my age, it's like, holy shit. Like, damn. Like, damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That'd be like you seeing Rudy pass, God forbid. Like, that shit would probably do something to you, or a friend you grew up with. It's like, damn, like, we the same age, or 2 years from each other. Like, what saved me?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's one of them things where it brings your mortality. It brings you face to face with your mortality, and just realizing. I heard somebody say, and I think this is how it goes. The days are long, but Tabitha, she just recently said this. The days are long, but the years are short. And when you realize it, like how fast time is going by, and you just never know when your ticket is pulled. You never know when your ticket is pulled. That's why it's so important to protect your peace, to live your life, to have joy, to smile, to laugh, to cry if needed, but to not, have those moments of let's wait until. Now, sometimes you may have to wait until, but you shouldn't delay things unnecessarily, because you just never know. You never know. Yeah.
Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal-Warner. Condolences to his family, and thank God that his daughter was saved.
Yes.
It's a wrap. Act 2 the podcast, episode 237, coming to a close. Your boy International Walk.
Your girl Tash, the co-host with the mostest.
And we out. If y'all fuck with us, y'all fuck with us.
If y'all don't, you should.
Peace.